Turn me up.
Sookie.
Yeah, right there. It is a Rollout Show extended version.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the groove time.
That's right.
In the building. Kicking it with us right now. I always wanted to be in the band, but they wasn't holding auditions for me.
And you can't play.
I play a great air guitar.
Yeah.
All you do is just give me a guitar and unplug it. They'll never know.
But I'm sure you know the steps.
I know the steps. It's the Rollout Show extended version here for those fans who are listening. We appreciate it. In the building right now, founders, brothers of the group, world famous, Kool The Gang, Robert Bell, or should I say Robert Kool Bell?
That'll work.
I like it that way. And his brother, Ronald.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
We got to get you a middle name.
Khalees.
I knew that. You knew what your middle name was supposed to be. In the building, man. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me and Pam and Poetess. Well, Felicia. We'll do Felicia. That's how they know her right now. Okay. But the Poetess is in the building. Tell me what's been going on. Fans couldn't wait. We told them you guys were coming, so they hung out at work a little longer so they can listen to the show. And you had a show last night.
Yes, we were at the Microsoft Theater last night.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Kool, you're on bass.
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm. I see. I knew that. Oh, let me close this so you don't think I got a little cheat pad right here, cheat sheet. Now, what made you pick up the bass to begin with?
Well, I have to say that my brothers made that suggestion in terms of the bass. It was a place called the Cafe Wa. And every Sunday they used to have what they call a hootenanny.
Hilarious.
Hootenanny.
That's right, hoot and nanny.
Hoot and nanny.
Yeah, put that "and" in there. Hooten. I think my mom knows what that is.
Bill Crosby,
Richard Pryor.
Pryor. They always used to come through there. Richie Havens on Sunday. And we were the young guys coming in there trying to do our thing. But anyway, Spike Mickens,
okay,
who's another original member of the band, his brother played guitar, and I used to fool around with the guitar at Spike's house.
Right.
And I learned just one song on one string.
On one string?
On one string.
She plays.
Yeah, well, I play guitar too.
Yeah. And it was Coming Home Baby.
Oh, let me move out the way now. Come along, baby.
Coming home. Yeah.
Coming home,
baby.
Hurry Man.
Ben Tucker.
Yeah. Oh, Ben Tucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the difference in playing lead as opposed to bass is holding the strings tighter, right?
No, Speedy. It's strings and different strings, and there's a lot going on there.
The strings are a lot larger, thicker, bigger, stronger.
I was building the muscles in the hands. I got this
calluses to prove it.
You know, to get them notes down. You know, guitar, they're the strokers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, are you popping it or you?
No, I keep it basic. You got a lot of pop bass players. Though,
yeah.
No, I keep it very simple on the one. I follow the drummer.
Okay.
They're the bass. They're the bottom.
Try to keep it in the pocket.
Holding it down.
I'm learning right now. This is what I'm learning. I'm a comedian.
I don't know how you thought you was going to be in the band if you didn't know that. But anyway.
But he's going to continue the story what happened at Cafe One.
Please, man.
Well, I think that, him playing the bass was ordained by my father, naming him after a famous Cuban bass player.
Okay.
Named Dodo Monteroso Enriqueco Montivon, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Lucky you have to spell that. Daddy, how you spell this? Why you give me this name? You just name me Ron.
I said that because my father, he was a top 5 featherweight, and he used to box in Cuba.
Oh, wow.
That's why they had that in there with Miles Davis coming by.
Oh, yeah, because Miles just like to come over to the ring and try to get in the ring with my pops. My pops said, "Hey, Miles, I hit you wrong, hit you in the lip, man. It's going to be over."
Rap.
Was he any good when he was trying to box, Miles?
I think he was pretty good. In the movie, he was punching that bag. Not with Miles, but how the story goes.
So that means y'all know how to fight a little bit, because I'm pretty sure your dad showed you.
Yeah, I was the punching bag, and he was
hilarious.
He ain't playing it right, boy.
No, my father had me in the ring when I was about 9 years old, up in Elmira, New York.
Okay.
It was a youth program, and I boxed for one season.
Yeah, he beat up a couple boys.
Okay.
Wow. Well, I didn't want to.
You know what that means, fellas? You can't run up on Kool. It ain't sexy. Don't run up.
Neither one of the brothers at this point, huh?
No, I didn't really want to do that, but yeah.
Has those skills helped you on the road when touring.
Hilarious.
Oh,
There
You're
you
like
are.
fighting off a rambunctious fan or somebody running up on
my
you.
boxing skills?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, it helped me when I was growing up in Jersey City.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because we were born in Youngstown, Ohio.
Yeah.
And we left Youngstown, Ohio in 1960.
Right.
When we came to Jersey City, right next to Newark and New York, they had all these guys in the street. Man, I'm trying to lock into how do we deal with this. So I'm trying to make the story short.
No, go right ahead. You got all time.
Yeah, my mother sent me to the store to get a loaf of bread. At that time, it was called Lucy bread.
Lucy bread, 25 cents.
25 cents.
Lucy bread.
That's what
Lucy
it's
bread.
You write that down. I'm gonna ask my mama about that Lucy bread.
And this guy came up and took my quarter. And my mother said, "Boy, you better go back and get that money." I said, "Well, I don't know what that's all about."
It ain't that serious. Lucy bread.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but long story short, going to school, I met with these guys, and I ended up joining these guys.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And we call ourselves the Imperial Lords. And I became the president of 40 Strong.
The dude who took the quarter, he's running everything.
Yeah, they took the
There
quarter
was a
from.
gang.
Yeah.
That was a gang back
Yeah,
then.
that was a gang.
Yeah. At that time, my other name was Tamango.
Tamango.
You got a lot of names,
I
Cool.
know, I'm like,
trying to keep up with all
Yeah,
these.
yeah.
Tamango.
What does
Yeah,
Tamango mean?
Well, I saw this movie called Tamango. This African warrior who was very rebellious when he came to America. And I said,
The
I got to deal with the streets of Newark. I got to get rebellious too.
And he started a movie Dorothy Dandridge was in that movie Tamango. Yeah, that's where you got that name.
See, I'm learning right. I'm learning a whole lot right
A history
now.
lesson also.
Yeah, and for me, you said, did that help, that whole gangbang thing? Well, it was really, yeah, it was, but I had protection rights. I was able to walk the streets of Jersey City
Right.
Wow.
with my, my nerd friend Spike with my saxophone. And nobody took my quarter, so.
And then you guys went from that, created a group, which originally was called Kool and the Flames, right?
Well, Jazzy Axe, Jazzbird's first 5 sounds. We had a bunch of names trying
Okay.
to find out the right one. And then Kool and the Flames.
Okay.
But we couldn't mess with that because
James Brown.
James Brown.
Godfather
the
was going to come get us.
Hilarious. Yeah, he was.
We have a call. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this is Erin Gladman.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron,
What's your
how you doing?
What's your question?
Good. Hey, I just want to say it was a pleasure to see you guys there, Mr. Kool The Gang. And I got a question about one of my favorite songs that you guys made was on the B-side of Hollywood Swingin'. And I can't pronounce it, but it's spelled Dujii.
Doogie.
Doogie. Okay, now what?
I could have told you that.
No, Speedy, you couldn't have told me. But what does that mean? Because that's the smoothest little jazz tune ever.
Okay, now we're going deep, okay? Well, anyway.
Thank you for the phone call, brother.
We can tell
Yeah,
you want to talk about it?
Yes.
Okay, well, Doogie was a good friend of my cousin who passed away. And Doogie was a name for heroin back then.
Oh.
There was a short name for heroin, but he named it was named after the person, not the drug itself.
Too late. The story sounds better than the other one.
Right.
So anyway, his name was Doogie, and Ricky, the keyboard player, Rick West, wrote a song about Doogie, is my cousin's friend, and that's how we came up with that Doogie.
So you guys started off as a jazz band more so,
Totally.
Then funk.
Right.
and then it just went to.
Well, it's an evolutionary process. He'll tell you, we
Yeah, well, it started at Jazz Yaks.
right.
And it was this organization in Jersey City that called themselves the Soul Town Review. Now, they was trying to be like the Motown Review.
Right.
And we became the Soul Town Band.
Right.
Oh,
And
for
we
them.
had to learn all them songs, all them Motown songs,
We learned
playing in front of them singers. I have nothing against singers.
We noticed.
But we had to learn the facts. And
Yeah,
that was
learn those
Jameson
facts.
playing all them lines. So
Yeah.
that's how I learned how
Yeah.
get my chops from listening to the Motown stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just really incredible just having you out here because I would have to say ladies' night for me and Summer Madness was one of my just most memorable songs, mainly because I graduated in '79, and every club had a ladies' night. Everywhere around the country had a ladies' night, and that was the theme. And wow, just incredible song. And having that now, which will be the biggest hit? I said Celebration, but
I'm gonna go. Well,
you go.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Jungle Boogie, maybe.
Oh, no,
Well, you got it both right.
Yeah, both
right. Okay.
Yeah.
They run neck and neck.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, every white place.
Every white,
they play.
Celebration is
Yeah.
the anthem for any
Yeah.
celebration, pretty much.
Let's go back to the ladies' night. You talk about the clubs. You know, my wife and I used to hang out in New York, and every weekend, be it the Studio 54 or Regine, some of the clubs, it was always a ladies' night. And we were working on a new album, and I came back and I got two concepts, two ideas, hanging out, because that's what I was doing.
Right. And still.
hanging out.
And ladies' night. And then, go ahead, you can tell a story.
Yeah, well, I was.
Okay, y'all passing me around like. Go ahead.
Well, this is Kali. I was trying to find something new. You know, you had to keep coming with some hit record or something in this business, and I was trying to find something, but came up with a blank because I was just playing the piano. But he walked in and said, "All right, I got two things for you." He said, "Hanging out." I said, "Oh, okay, everybody's hanging out like you. You always hanging out." But when he said ladies' night, I said, "Wow, there's one of those everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't that work?"
And then you just start writing.
Yeah.
Well, the track, George Brown had the track. And then, of course, my brother and the concept of Ladies Night, we put the whole song together. Yeah.
Now, being that when people mention the group, they always mention your brother. Do you always go, "I'm here too," or is it just, it's all good?
No.
I can
See,
sit here.
Our first producer, Gene Red, after Kool and the Flames, he said, "Y'all got to change that name. You can't use that name. It's James Brown, Family Flames." So when he came in, he said, "All right, I want y'all to think about that." And we thought about it. Came in the next day. "Did y'all come up with another name?" He said, everybody said, "No." We ain't. What? He said, "Well, I got a name for you." He said, "Kool the Gang." And every one of us said, "Wow, that'll work." Had we had a problem with that right then, it went down.
Yeah. Oh. Well, he was the leader of the other gang, so I don't know if he was.
No,
It worked out.
No, it was already that.
Yeah,
already.
that
It
was
was
the
already.
other nickname I had, yeah.
We have
Cool,
another
yeah.
call for you guys.
Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name's Dale, calling from Jersey. I just had a quick question for the gang.
Go right in.
So biopics are some of my favorite movies, and I saw you guys were talking about the Miles Davis story earlier. Have you guys thought of ever getting a biopic done for you guys? And if so, who would you guys have play yourselves in the movie?
Great question.
Well, we're working on that right now.
Whoa, beautiful.
As we speak. But the movie's not gonna. It's gonna take place before we became Kool the Gang.
Okay.
Before the whole success thing, it'll be when we were growing up.
About the brothers.
Yeah, about the whole
And fighting.
fighting,
And again.
how we were, the gang in the street and the gang in the music
Right.
at the same time, and
Wow, that was
evolving through that
good
whole
thing.
period. Yeah,
I had a chance to meet from Cameo.
Larry Black.
Larry
Larry
Blackman.
Blackman, yeah.
And I asked him how'd they come up with Cameo, and he said, well, originally they started off as the New York Players,
Right.
But he said they already had a group called the Ohio Players,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So they had to
Right.
go and change, which
Right.
pretty much sounds the same thing like you guys having to change from the Flames to Kool the Gang, which just sold. I mean,
Originality was definitely important back then, but what amazes me about Kool the Gang is that you guys have been able to hang with the generations and the changing of music. I mean, when Celebration and that whole era, Ladies Night, you guys were able to keep up with what's going on in music. So now we're in 2016 and you guys are still releasing music. How do you guys do that? Because nowadays artists don't last past 6 months with a single.
Yeah, I think it's been all about the challenge.
Yeah.
Because every 10 years, they try to write us off.
Yeah.
Coming out of the 70s, oh, cool. So some people will see me and say, "Y'all guys still working?"
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And we were on tour with the Jacksons. And Dick Griffey,
Wow.
Yeah. Dick
Dick
Griffin.
Griffey, he came up to us. He said, "Listen, you guys been doing a great job on the tour." He said, "You know what I do? I think you guys need to get a lead singer." We said, "Well, lead singer." We thought about it. He said, "Well, you had Earth, Wind, and Fire. the Philip Bailey
Right.
and the Maurice White, Commodores, Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
He said, well, maybe it's time for a lead singer.
Yeah, and I took it personally back in 1979. We went to an in-store promotion. Nobody showed up.
Yeah, y'all was there with the albums in front of you, like,
Oh, yeah.
really? That's how it is? That's how it's going to be all day?
And so this one girl showed up. I said, well, what's going on? He said, well, it's Kool The Gang. He said, oh, Kool The Gang, they're old hat.
Oh, wow.
They're old hat. I took that personal. Old hat, huh?
I'll be right back.
Just wait.
I've never heard of that term, old hat.
I have.
Old hat.
It's an old Easter hat.
Old jersey.
So that led up to the ladies' night,
night.
hanging out in New York. And finally, we decided to get a lead singer at the time.
Which is
which
JT,
came-
right?
JT.
And what year did he come in about?
79.
79.
Okay.
On that album.
Surviving, you guys survived disco and everything, huh?
Oh, yeah. They said disco was dead, too. We said, well, we ain't disco. We,
Yeah,
Right.
we play the funk.
Right, absolutely.
Now, have you guys ever thought about doing just, maybe you have, and I need to do some more research, just all jazz album?
Yeah, we're working on that now. The album's called The Jazzy Acts. We're in process of that. A couple of those songs up on iTunes.
Okay.
Called The Jazzy
I want to get that.
Acts.
I want to get that.
And we got a younger Kool The Gang coming called Kool Baby Brother Band. Or the brother
Okay,
band.
let
of
me
Kool
write
Gang.
that down. You guys know that. Cool Baby Bubba. Cool Baby.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Kool
Give me a second. I'm going to get this. Cool.
Baby Brother. THA. It's not brother.
Oh, that's
Brother.
I
Brother.
was trying to be right over it. Okay.
Are you guys? We know a lot of people have sampled your music.
A lot, yeah.
Are you guys seeing some nice residuals on that, or how do you feel about people repurposing?
Speaking of
your
ladies'
sound?
night. And
Oh, we're feeling so happy right
Diddy
now.
Diddy had one of his biggest
Yeah.
hits
Oh,
sampling
yeah.
you.
Well, nice.
That was the bridge over troubled waters, you so to speak, when it transitioned from hip hop came in. Yeah, and now we find out, just recently, last 5 years, we're the most sampled band in hip hop.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, we saw that.
So that carried us through a period of time when it was,
I think the Will Smith one, had
Summertime.
been the biggest
summer.
one.
Well, maybe so.
Summertime was something.
I think it put him.
That's still an issue right now.
Oh, really?
wow.
Concerned. Well,
I think that
Lucy.
made him more relevant and took his rapping more serious because when that dropped, we were just like, oh my goodness, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And just having you guys a song behind that, I was like, I'm going to get that. So,
It was a double platinum record for him. He won a Grammy on that one.
Yeah.
And then he went to the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys, are you saying that the issue is that you didn't get your proper dues on that, or what?
That's this ongoing
Oh, it's still.
discussion about how many samples that we have in these over 1,000 samples in these records. I mean, you could.
Yeah, because you guys look at before they passed the law in Washington about the sample rights. You know, there was a whole lot of sampling. We had to put somebody on sample patrol.
Yeah, nowadays
Yeah.
they detect it right
you
off
have
on
to.
the internet. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah, you got to clear.
Yeah.
Clear the
yeah,
song.
yeah.
But
So
we don't know how much money they made the
Before
uncleared
that.
songs.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
need to find out about the uncleared songs.
It's an ongoing discussion.
yeah, because some of the older school artists had issue with hip hop and them sampling the music. How do you guys feel about producers using so much electronics now when you guys come from an era of just like horns, keyboards, bass?
How do we feel?
About the electronics in music, that's being drum machines and
Well, I would say
now they buying beats off the internet.
Yeah, and making hit records.
Yeah.
right. I would say use some more.
mm.
Yeah, use as much of it as you can find and keep on using it. Just clear it.
Now tell us more about this new band. The new band's coming along. Is it family or?
No, it's an idea and a concept. What I did was went back and recorded our first album, the whole 10 years of music from the first album, Kool The Gang, to the last one of the 70s. And I re-recorded it. So I'm trying to find now young artists, young musicians to become that band.
Oh, okay.
But the music is already recorded.
So you heard it first here.
Right.
You want to get in the band? It's called what again?
Kool Baby Brother Band.
You heard it. Write it down.
Right.
Write it all down. That is dope as hell, man. I love that. And next show for you guys where?
Well, the next show we're going into Charleston, South Carolina, and then we Pittsburgh, and we're just moving around. We just finished the 8 shows with the Keep the Funk Alive tour, which was the last show was last night.
Okay.
How do y'all do it? Because
that's what I was going to ask.
Going?
Is touring? I mean, because touring could take a toll even on these new school cats. But
right. How
do you guys manage to survive the tour life now? Is it easier?
They paying.
And then to double on that question, what are your audiences like these days? Are they the same, or the different generations, or?
They're both. They're the same, and to some degree, different generations. We have some shows that, from 10 to 80 will be out there in those festivals. We've been working a lot in Europe for the last 5 years. A lot of big festivals in Europe. This is the first time being in the States.
Wow.
In the last 5 years, we only did one show. We just came back from Geneva Music Festival, and they've been crying because, wow, you guys ain't coming back to Europe. We ain't been in the States for 5 years.
Right.
But it's been great.
So do you take your families with you now, or is it,
Sometimes.
Ain't nobody staying home. I'm going with you.
I'm not. I be trying, Daddy. Can I go?
Well, we pick and choose. Like my wife did. She come to Monte Carlo, Paris, Rome.
She pick all the right ones.
I know, right? I would.
You in Chicago? I'm cool. No.
Birmingham, Alabama, I'll pass.
I've seen them before.
Geneva, I'm there.
Yeah. Well, it's been great, especially, like I said, the tour that we had with Keep the Funk Alive with Bootsy, Morris Day, and Dougie Fresh.
Wow, that's a nice combination. Yeah. Now, with kids, are any of the kids wanting to be who you guys are now, or can we look forward?
Well, yeah. This is Khalees, but my son and my daughter, Jenna Bell, Rashid Bell, and his son Hakeem Bell, they're all in the business. They're artists.
Oh, beautiful. What instruments?
Well, my daughter, she plays guitar and sings. In fact, she was just with Mickey Giovanni the other day.
I know who that is.
And my son, he's just a great singer.
Okay.
And the rest of the kids don't have nothing to do
my
with
son,
it.
He's a producer.
What the other kids don't They're at the house playing Nintendo.
Really? He's a producer, my son, Prince Hakeem. You ever heard of a group called POV? Back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day.
He was with POV.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
With Cassandra Mills and Giant Records.
Wow.
One record.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cassandra.
Yeah, with Escape.
I do remember that.
Yeah. But he discovered the producer who came up with the track was Sexy, our new single. And he called his uncle and said, "Hey, Uncle, I got something for you." And he played the track for him, and you can continue to tell the story.
Yeah, the track was hot. And then my cousin, Adele, who's a manager, who discovered a lot of groups, Color Me Bad, Pink, Teddy Riley. And he found this young man named Walter Anderson. So I sent the track to Walter. He sent it back. And I put some horns on it and produced. I called him up all night long. I said, "Listen, man, this is hot as a firecracker. This is a hot track." And it became Sexy. It was actually, Where Did You Get Your Sexy?
Do we have
Cool
it?
heard it.
Yeah, we do have it, and we're going to get into the new single and then come back and talk about is the new album coming?
New album coming?
Yeah, don't go nowhere. We're in the building with us, Kool the Gang, Robert, and his brother Ron. Ronald or Ron? You like Ronald or Ron?
Ronnie.
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 Don't put that on there. Don't put that on there.
We'll be back after this.
I can't help it 'cause your body's so amazing. So amazing. Has anybody sexy? Was hoping you could connect me.
Where'd you get your sexy? Yeah. Kool the Gang right there, right here at Morris.
I ask Speedy that all the time because he thinks he's sexy.
Well, I got it from them. See, that's what you. It is the Rollout Show extended version, a little extra for you because the guys wanted to come down and we definitely wanted to have you here. I love that song. Who's on lead?
That's Walter
Walter.
Anderson. That's the
Walter
new,
Anderson.
that's
The new guy. Okay,
Okay.
Well, beautiful. So he's on tour with you guys.
Yes, he is.
That's beautiful. He sounds great.
How did you guys decide on him? Where did you find the new?
Well, again, my cousin Adele was at I think it was a cookout or something, and I think Walter's best friend or something like that relationship was bugging him to give him a tape. So he got the tape. He listened to his music. My cousin called me up and said, "Listen to this guy." I listened to it. I said, "Wow, he could sing. You know, he got something in his voice." Special.
Did he sing any of your songs for? Did he
No.
audition?
It was just like JT. No audition. Just sing a couple of notes. I kind of have a sense about that. But when I heard Walter sing, it was automatic. So I sent him the track that my nephew Hakeem had given me from Alessandro, and we sent him the track, and he sent it back. And now it's history, I guess.
Wow.
That's how sexy.
Now, how did you break the news to the guy who was already lead singing? That you tap him on the shoulder and say, "Hey, this is the last one right here, pimp. You ain't going to Monte Carlo with us."
Well, I like to say that when we first started as a Kool The Gang, we started as a band,
Right.
and then we went through the things where we had lead singer JT and several others. And to me, it's like full circle. Yeah. Now we got the Three Musketeers. We got JT. I mean, we have Walt, we have Lavelle, and we have Sean.
Wow. Now,
and Walt's a musician also.
Yeah.
Now, will JT ever come back? Would you guys ever do like that kind of reunion?
He just
Well, the thing about that, he had a solo career. He wanted to do that.
Yeah, I think all this is starting with plat or wood or something. Silver.
Oh wow, really?
Well,
Speedy?
Is he here?
No.
I got them with me. I'm good. Trust me. Beat them all up.
He went solo. So that was that. And now Walter's here, and we move forward with Walter because Walter's great.
Now, what album is the Sexy album? How far are you guys into completing that, or is it done, or when do you expect to release that?
Well, I'm being harassed about that every day on the album by Miss Tia Sinclair, who's my wife, but every day. That next song coming. When's that Good Time record going to be ready? When's that Good Time? Good Time. I said it's not Good Times. It's called Magic Woman. No, I want that Good Time record. But we're working on it right now. As we speak, we're working diligently on that, trying to get that ready before the year's out.
Before the year's out.
But
can they buy the single now?
Sure. iTunes, Spotify, anywhere, Amazon.com.
It's almost like a stepping song, almost.
Yeah.
It kind of
Sexy?
step to that, yeah.
Yeah, it can step to
Yeah, like Summer Madness was a big stepping song.
right.
Really?
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That's how I clean the house. I don't know about no stepping. Put that on. I clean
Well,
the
that's
whole
what we were
house.
told in Chicago, but I mean, it's the home of the steppers. Yeah.
It seemed a little slow for stepping, though.
Summer
Maybe
Madness?
slow dancing.
Well, they got
Slow grind.
They get
Slow
their
grind.
They get their step on now. I guess it's the Chicago step, but
It's a
Right.
lot
They
slower,
get-
yeah. Here we don't step. We do cha-cha.
Yeah.
Do cha-cha.
LA
Cha-cha.
cha-cha.
LA cha-cha.
We
Yep.
cha-cha. We wouldn't. I don't know. We cha-cha. Like I said, that one I put on when I want to clean the house. And then you put that on. You turn it up really loud so you hear all the instruments, and it's
Would you say California, or what market is your biggest market in the United States?
that's a good question.
It seemed like
It's
L.A.
probably-
and the Bay would be, because
Yeah.
we heard you guys a lot over the years.
Yeah. More people for sure.
Yeah. L.A., of course, New York, Chicago.
I say it like you got to do it like this. Where could you go if you had to make some money that day? What city would you go to?
Good question.
That's a good question.
No promotions. You know if you show up.
I would say LA.
I would say
There we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Hollywood.
I would say LA.
Yeah, we come out. Cool.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
You came out last night.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now I know y'all can fight. I'm there. I'm gonna start something. Just get in the bed.
So is there anything else you guys would like to cover that's going on with Kool and the Gang that you'd like the fans to know?
I'm sorry. Question again?
I said, is there anything we didn't cover that you guys would like the fans to know with Kool and the Gang?
No, we're working on a book, a movie, a documentary, a install.
Because you
a
guys
residency.
do you consider yourselves unsung? Because in a
No,
way,
we're unsung. They
Yeah.
call us every month.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not ready yet for that.
But we're not.
We're not ready?
I don't
Okay.
think we're unsung.
You don't think you're unsung?
No, I think we're still singing.
Yeah. We're still out there.
To me, unsung means not fully getting your props.
Yeah, we're not done. I need an Oscar.
Whoa, I like that.
Okay.
I like
An
that.
Oscar, you guys acting?
No, the movie.
no. Just a
What about movie
soundtrack.
soundtrack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, soundtrack for the movie Hollywood Swinging, the Kool and the Gang.
You guys have Grammys, though.
Yeah, we have Grammys
Yeah.
for Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, Saturday Night Fever.
Wow.
Which song?
Open Sesame.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was in L.A. You played that when you get ready to start pop
The
locking.
locker. I was
Right.
going to say the lockers used to
Yeah,
kill that.
big time.
But Sesame, yes, when you really put it. What you want to? You start popping.
Yeah, the lockers killed that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, man,
American,
thank you. guys,
Music
man.
Awards. We have several of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what's the one you cherish the most?
Which award?
Yeah.
Wow. Let me think about that for a second.
Good. And go ahead. I'll let you get.
I would say the
that
Star on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh yeah. That's,
Oh,
yes.
nice.
I would say that one, and the street was named after us on the same corner that we grew up
Wow.
in Jersey City.
No way.
Called
We
Kool
came out
the
of
Gang
Youngstown,
Way.
Ohio. They just
Kool
named
in the
us
Gang Way.
That's what it is.
Called the
Kool the Gang Way. It's the same corner that we grew up on.
That's
Now
great.
there's a street. I don't know how we're gonna make this happen. There's a street in Compton. And my last name is Caldwell, and I got to find a way to get that sign down. Do you ever think about like you have it in your house though, right?
The sign?
Yeah,
I have a copy.
Copy
That's
of
dope.
it, yeah.
That's dope, man. God, did you cry?
For my mom only, because she would have loved it.
Yeah, it brought back a lot of memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you made it when the street, because that street is gonna be there
Absolutely.
way after you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, when we got out of Youngstown, Ohio, pretty much everything we owned was in the back of a station wagon. So it was
Bel
like
Air
the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about Ohio. A lot of bands and just music alone has come out of Ohio, man.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, it's like a plethora of people who just play instruments, and I think that's part of what's missing in
It
society.
might be a
these days.
Midwest thing too. Huh?
Yeah. I think more parents need to put their kids in music classes, learn to play instrument. It could be something they fall back on and do. Like you said, well, some of your kids, not all of them.
Yeah.
They all don't play or no?
Yeah, no, they don't play any instruments except for my daughter, Jenna Bell.
Jenna Bell, huh?
Yeah, she's on YouTube,
She-
plays
again,
guitar
I think she.
and sings.
I'm good. I used to be good. But anyway,
You want to talk about Prince? She was in that.
no, that's okay.
Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I know y'all have a busy schedule, but you can stay here if you want. You ain't telling you got to leave. We got to go. But, when's the next time you're coming back to LA, though? Do you
Yeah,
know?
that's what I want to know.
Do you know? Cool.
We're doing some type of festival, I guess, with War, I believe, in Third World.
Because I would
No,
love
Third
for
World,
us to be there.
about 2 or 3 weeks, I think, sometime in September.
Yeah, my birthday's the 21st, so maybe it could be a birthday
Your
party for
birthday
me.
is the 21st night of September? That's amazing.
What up?
Because, 21st night of September. Do you remember the 21st night?
Well, I did right. I did suggest that to them. You wanted to put Speedy in one of your songs, it'll blow up. It'll blow up.
And the other thing is that Walter's birthday is on the 21st. The new singer. His
Oh, wow.
birthday is 21st.
Oh, see, yeah, we do have something. So then, I'm gonna give y'all my name so it can be tickets at the door. All I'm gonna say is 21st September. Can I get in, please?
Remember me?
Go ahead.
No, I was just kidding.
Thank you guys again for
Any
hanging out.
social media
give the
people
information.
can
Yeah.
find you on? Social media? Twitter?
KoolInTheGang.com.
Okay.
Whoa, that was still there?
Yeah.
No,
Kool the
really,
Gang.
because usually people would take those names just to make you pay for them.
Yeah, well, we got
Oh,
that
yeah,
one.
Oh, you got it
We got
early.
that
Wow, that's dope. KoolInTheGang.com. Everything.
That's everything.
Can't miss it. Movie gonna happen. What happened? Somebody had timeout.
Excuse me.
What's
Facebook,
Twitter.
Twitter.
Oh, Twitter.
Twitter.
See, we did like that. I was like, timeout? No,
Kool the
Twitter.
Gang.
My bad.
Hashtag Kool the Gang or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
He
He said, whatever.
said, shut up, time out. Who is he? He's stupid. Grab it. Robert! So wait, where to go? Robert!
September the 17th, it'll be the Smithsonian Black Museum. They open up another section. And they,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The
we have
African American Museum.
African American.
Are we there?
And we got my bass is in there and his
Saxophone and some stained glass art.
You better be in there good, cause
same bass I play, Ladies Night, and Too Hot, and all those songs.
Yeah.
too hot, man. If you don't play that, you got
Or
the-
Hollywood Swinging. Did we play that?
I was
already?
going to play the single again because
Oh.
that's what they're
Oh,
promoting.
okay.
So
Damn.
we'll play that on the way out.
I do love the song though.
And
So go to
hopefully
all
the
the social
people
media.
that
Buy
younger
it.
generation is not familiar, you guys need to look up Kool the Gang and study their music. They've just had so many hits and have been influential in influencing artists and different cultures and hip hop and everything. So we're honored to have you here, and thanks for coming by.
Ooh, they got shirts.
Oh,
Lord.
is that for us?
We're gonna leave.
I know it ain't no 2X in there.
We're gonna leave.
I'm gonna have to cut the sides off of one of them shirts.
We're gonna leave you guys with the new single by Kool the Gang.
Oh, we got the single too?
Oh, yeah, I got singles.
It's sexy. Where'd you get yours? And we'll catch you guys back here on Wednesday.
Roll our show.
All right.
Till Wednesday. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Special like an occasion.